How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. This is part 6 of the playthrough. Last time we finished up with Nev in Dogtown, which was one of the 2 leads that she ended up having. We then, after had some conversations with Bellara and Harding, we actually had a companion quest with Harding as well to help her get used to her new abilities. And then we finally decided to make it to Treviso and follow that lead in finding a mage killer to help us with going after the 2 elven gods, which led us to finding Lucanis, Della Morte, and before we leave, we had to find a vial of blood that the Venatori have of his. We had to destroy it so they couldn't use it to control him, and now that just destroyed that at the end of the last video. That's where we are here. Now, we gotta go find Caliban, which was a contract that Lucanis had prior to being imprisoned, and he just so happens to be the prison warden. So we're gonna go find him and take care of him. Before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Greatly appreciate it. And now, let's go find Caliban.
It's us against gods, Harding.
I am right here, you know.
It's fine. We can talk about something else. What's Katerina like?
After so long in this pit, I barely remember.
Oh, hello.
Oh, this was entirely unnecessary. Zara and her little jests. He's already the demon of Virantium. Won't this be ironic? Hilarious.
Jeez.
And now look at the mess you've made of my facility. She always leaves me to clean up.
So this is Caliban.
He is the target I was sent for a year ago. A crow never abandons a contract.
What did they offer
We
you in
ain't
exchange for
abandoning
my
them. Let's
life,
go.
Crow? Was it worth it?
Supposed to be some trip, dude.
You brought ruffians with. Were you loaded? You are nothing to the Venatori.
Oh,
Demons, your master calls.
what demons? Oh, he disappeared. Oh, those demons. Oh, here. They look at some ground and pound. Thank you, Harding. Next.
I refuse to fall. No, I will not be a victim like the others.
Oh. Here, take this. Sucker. Oh.
Not be defeated.
Take him, Lucanis. Let's go. Ooh, let's go. Ooh.
The crows send their regards.
So, we got your target.
Yes, the job's done.
Smells like blood. Ashes. Not done, not yet.
Time to go.
Let's move. Lucanis.
Careful. They know we're not right.
You cannot see him. I wondered.
We clearly have things to discuss. Somewhere else.
Agreed. I think it's time I got some air.
Back to Treviso.
Make it.
Lucanis, what happened here?
A message from Zara Renata. I can't believe it. You're home.
Sarah? Her people got this close?
The woman who runs the prison.
The Venatori witch who captured me.
Nope.
Revenge for the breakout, maybe.
Where's Katerina?
She's...
The Venatori caught her in their confusion.
I get one of you back, only to lose the other.
We had an agreement.
I had a deal with Katerina. If that's not honored,
You have your contract.
You should take some time.
I don't need time. I need a target. You just got here, and already you want to leave again? Katerina gave me a contract. I'm not breaking the last deal she ever made. And I owe Rook. Once that's done, I'll come home.
We need to discuss the demon.
you haven't explained what happened in the ossuary, Lucanis.
Later.
I won't forget.
Cousin, when you find Sarah, I need to be there.
We are under attack. Antaam on one side and Venatori on the other. Forget revenge. We need you.
No, Viago. Sarah came for us here, in my house. She took Katerina from my house. You find her and cut her heart out, Lucanis. Vi and I will hold down the fort.
I'll give her your regards, Dea.
For Katerina.
The crows had lost a talon, but the demon of Virantium was free at last. Sooner or later, debts new and old would come due. And they would all be paid in blood.
Ooh. Back at the lighthouse.
They're the same thing. Mostly, kind of.
Except one will manipulate you, or kill you, or both.
But how do you get rid of them?
What's everyone talking about?
Yeah.
Spite.
The demon in Lucanis? When a person gets possessed, the demon usually takes control.
And they turn into a monster. The spirit just molds them however they want.
I've heard of abominations being cured by killing the demon in the Fade. That's not a sure bet, though.
Well, there's one way, but it's, well... We'd have to,
You'll have to kill me.
Oof. If it's necessary.
If things get out of hand, that's always an option.
Careful of him. I want to talk to him.
Before we do, well... that... Let's think this through some more. There has to be a solution.
I have people in Marathas I can ask, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't get my hopes up.
All right. So what next?
Let me talk to them. I want to talk to
Lucanis!
Nope. It's fine. I'm fine.
You don't look fine, bud. He hurt you. Why?
What did he do that for?
Throwing a tantrum when he doesn't get his way?
But he could just take you over, make you do what he wants.
It's, you know, not great, but kind of good news, in a way.
He could kill you.
You're bleeding. Maybe that's not fine.
He won't kill me. He cannot do that and get what he wants. Just give me a minute. He'll get bored once everyone leaves.
Let's keep an eye on you.
No offense, but having an abomination in the lighthouse makes me nervous.
Well, being an abomination makes me nervous too.
Lucanis.
Please.
Oh, he don't like me. Oh. The team's help, the demon of our Antaam escaped his chains and completed his contract for Caliban, warden of the Ossuary. But his reunion with the Crows was bloodied by a counterattack from Zara Renata, who struck down Katarina before his return.
I should see what Nev has to say.
Alright. Nev wants to talk. Let's go.
The Shadow Dragons have a hideout in Docktown. We should check in, see if there's news on the Venatori. If the Venatori move, the Shadows will hear it first. Meet you in Docktown.
Alright. We gotta go to Docktown next. Nice. Alright. I'm sure there are people that want to talk. Indeed. So, we're gonna have some chats.
You asked for time. Is this long enough?
Yes, my head's clearer, though I would kill for a decent cup of coffee.
Have you? For coffee, I mean?
Not today. You've got questions. You might as well ask them.
How'd you get captured?
You're the best mage killer in the Antaean Crows. So how'd the Venatori catch you?
Someone set me up. I had a contract for Caliban in the Ossuary. I took a ship from Treviso to Minrathus. They were waiting for me. Knew which ship and when it would arrive. I don't know how they convinced the Crows I was dead, but I woke up in the Ossuary with Zara gloating about it.
So he was actually sent to the Ossuary. Are you okay taking this job?
I know Katarina volunteered you to work with us. Are you okay with that?
When the first talent of the Crows gives you a job, you do it. Especially if she's your grandmother. But there's plenty of reason for me to work with you beyond that, Rook.
Such as?
I owe you a debt, for one. And after a year in that hole, maybe I'm looking forward to stabbing a god or two in the back.
I'm still gonna be combative with this guy, I think. Kind of like that dynamic. Everyone pulls their weight.
I know we brought you in as a specialist, but things are rough. I need everyone's help out.
Of course. I hate sitting idle, and it's better I stay occupied. You haven't asked about Spite.
From what I've seen, I'd say he picked the right name.
He's stronger when I sleep, so I try not to do it much. No one was in the Ossuary by choice, not even the demons. We both did what we had to get out of there.
Don't mages get possessed?
So, if you're an abomination...
I suppose I should get used to that.
But I heard that only mages can get possessed by demons.
I'm skilled with a blade, but I promise you, without Spite, I have the magical talent of a brick. There must be some difference between a demon deceiving their way into a body and being forced into one. Only Zara knows for sure.
Interesting. Are you dangerous?
We need you. But if you're any kind of threat to us, I want to know now.
It helps to have targets to focus on, and you have no shortage of enemies. Leave Spite to me. If he's trapped in this world, he has good reason to fight for it. For now, I must honor our contract. Gods, magic, politics. Things are going to get very bloody.
Very bloody.
You've been quiet?
I know. Just thinking. But I said we'd talk, didn't I?
Yep.
I heard a voice after we saved that man. It told me I was touched by the ancients and that I should seek it out. Seek her out.
Yeah, that's suspicious.
Voices. I don't like that at all.
I know what it must look like. But something tells me the voice wants to help. What if she's like me? Maybe that's why only I heard her. She said to look to those closest to the stone to locate her.
Meaning?
The children of the stone. Dwarves. Not surfacers like me, but the ones from the deep roads. Almost 10 years ago, a shaper from Orzammar bonded with a titan.
Titans. Ancients. You think it's related?
It would make sense, wouldn't it? Volta. That was the shaper's name. Maybe there are more like her down there.
Volta. Forget our priorities.
And our other problem? The gods?
Learning about my magic can only help our fight. I'm sure of it.
As long as you're sure.
I know some people in Orzammar.
Yeah,
I'll reach out. If I hear anything, you'll be the first to know.
Sounds good.
Oh, Rook! Good to see you. Irulan and Strife sent word. Some of the artifacts we have in storage are acting up. They need a hand to make sure they stay calmed. And don't rip a hole in reality. Anyways, we can go whenever you're ready.
Okay. Now, we have a quest pickup in here, so let's see what that's about. From the crows, Rook, the Antaam occupying Treviso think they can outlast the crows. We believe it is time to prove them wrong. Come see us when you can. So we got a couple of side quests. We got the main quest. Right now, we did Harding's companion quest last time, so I think we should do Bellaris next. So let's go do that. Let's go to Oblivion and go back to the Arlington Forest.
Okay, we all know why we're here, right?
Make sure that the artifacts we calmed stay calmed. We know.
This should be easy. Yanarl, you and Strife take the first set. Irulan and Hamuel take the second. Rook and I will handle the rest.
Good. Is this necessary?
Why are we out here doing this again?
We're going to check the crystal alignment, fade connection, and then the lyrium reserves.
Has alignment ever been a problem? Even once?
It's not worth the risk. Even if it's only off by a little bit, we know what happens.
Happened once, and we can't even be sure the crystal alignment was why. Look, I know what you're saying, but maybe if
We check it every single time.
I'm sorry. You're right, sorry.
Forget it.
Bit much?
Yanarl could be right, Bellara. Maybe we don't need to get so worked up over all this.
Yes, we do.
I'm really sorry, Bellara. I didn't...
Let's go. We want to get back quickly. Of course. See you soon.
A bit too much there?
So what was that all about?
What was what all about?
That tension. Seemed pretty heavy.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Here we are, the artifact vault. Or one of them, at least. Okay, see those two power crystals? The ones that aren't glowing? There should be a couple of replacements, charged ones in the room. If you grab them, I'll make sure the artifact stays calmed.
Sounds good. Let's get to it.
Okay, new power crystal is in.
Great, and the artifact didn't collapse the room.
Was that a possibility?
Always is.
Nice.
And there we go.
So it's calmed now.
Should be, and it'll stay that way for a while. And in the meantime, it won't tear open reality. Okay, let's keep going.
Sure. Sounds good.
Let's go then.
So, it's nice out at least. You know, ignoring that reality itself is paper thin here.
Hard to ignore that.
Right.
Yeah. Making conversation. Not bad.
Found one.
Great. Bring it over here and put it in the socket.
There you go. Saw that.
What did this artifact do? Before it was calmed, I mean.
It would bring flaming rocks down all around it, every 30 minutes. And for some reason, you'd hear chanting while it did it. Not sure what that was about.
Interesting.
Okay, reserves replaced, which means there.
Very interesting.
Everything's looking good. Thank you, by the way, for helping out. You have better things to do, I know.
Well, this is important too.
We're keeping reality intact. That feels pretty important.
Right.
Yeah.
Good point. Okay, one more to go.
All right, where you at?
Not too far now. Thank you for giving me this chance to help people.
You were already kind of doing that as a veil jumper.
Sort of, but it was never as big, you know? As grand. Helping you, well, we're helping lots of people everywhere. I like that.
All right. We got more than, do we?
So how do you calm an artifact anyway?
You have to cut it off from its power source, but carefully. Hey, Rook.
What you need?
Never mind.
Oh, not bad. Interrupted your
Found the other crystal.
conversation there. Not
Great,
bad.
slot it in.
Slot it in. Okay. There you go.
There. Done.
You okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Or will be. It takes a lot out of you, all those little magic bits. Not hard, just exhausting. But it needs to be done, and done right.
Don't burn yourself out.
Any veil jumper could do this. You need to watch yourself so you don't burn out. Why would you specifically have to do it?
Because maybe then I can make up for it.
Make up for what?
For not being good enough when it counted. I'm sorry, I can't. Not right now.
Bellara, I'm,
My brother.
What?
Back there. You asked me why I did this. Why I put myself out here. For him. For my brother. Wherever he is.
I'm gonna say I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up.
It's okay. Well, no, it's not okay. But not because of you. Syrian. That was his name. We were the same, you know? In a lot of ways. We wanted to learn everything. About Elvenon, the magic, the people, all of it. We heard about the Notisterthalin, figured it had the answers, Or some of them. Then Arlathan started going wrong. I joined the Veil Jumpers to help people. And he kept looking, kept putting himself in danger. It should have been safe. I know, I checked that artifact 3 times. I guess it should have been 4. Artifact started pulsing. He was too close. I couldn't find my way in. They called him a hero. Wanted to make a statue. They thought it would make it all okay.
Bellara's winning me over. Say I'm sorry.
I'm sorry doesn't feel like enough.
It's something, even if it doesn't fix it. Syrian, he felt responsible for our people, for me. My little brother. He thought he needed to take care of me. He called me Vora Shivan, hummingbird in Elven. Said it was because I could never sit still. But he loved me for it. Said it kept him thinking, trying to keep up. And he helped me too. He kept me focused, anchored. And now he's gone. Because I wasn't good enough.
It's not your fault. You have to know that.
Then why does it feel like it was?
You lost someone important. Guilt's part of that. But if you don't learn to get past it, you'll drown.
I wish it were that easy. I've tried. Told myself I couldn't have done anything, and my head believes it. But my heart doesn't. So I try to make up for it. Honor him. Learn about our people. Find the truth. Maybe when I do, I'll feel it.
Feel what?
That he forgives me. And that I deserve it. We should head back. Rook. Thank you for being here.
Damn, man. Bellara tested the artifacts and concluded that they are safe. She also opened up about her brother Syrian, who died in a magical mishap that Bellara blames herself for. We got a rare keepsake. Now that Bellara companion quest is done, we're going to go head back to Treviso and go see what the crows need from that letter.
I could have daggers in 100 necks by nightfall.
No doubt, but more necks would present themselves tomorrow.
I have other daggers.
Am I interrupting?
Forgive Thea. She gets testy when a contract is delayed.
I need you to fight the gods.
I have a contract too. The gods.
Lofty goals. Perhaps more aligned with ours than you'd guess.
You want help against the gods. We want Treviso free. We now think they may be the same problem. The occupation has a face. The Antaam commander, Keith Lord butchered Dathrata. But Viago thinks killing him outright is short-sighted.
The butcher took the city suspiciously fast. Removing him is useless if someone else can repeat that, with the help of gods or something else. Despite it being the outcome, assassination is not about killing, it's about sending a message.
And what message would that be?
The crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free.
There's the message. Tell me about the butcher.
Butcher Dathrata. What do you know about him?
The Antaam army fractured, split among warlords, and he seems to have kept the most traditional discipline. and the rank and file like it. His numbers keep growing, but the Butcher himself is odd.
Odd how?
He gives daily speeches about how the occupation is somehow merciful. And the way he talks, it's familiar. It's like he thinks he belongs here, and I won't have it.
The occupation was too easy.
Sounds like you think the occupation wasn't just about force.
Cruel as the Butcher is, he didn't break the city with a siege. It was sudden and complete.
Like he had it all mapped. Where to march and what to close off to choke resistance.
He had inside information? Spies?
He had something.
And until we know what it was, killing him isn't the contract.
The gods want Treviso.
The gods care about taking Treviso.
The Butcher wants Treviso. The gods may just want the Antaam.
But Antaam distrusts magic and outright fear demons. They should be enemies.
Power can turn anyone against their own interests, their own people.
The crows rule Antiva?
You're in charge. Antiva has a king.
And the power of a king is enforced by armies. Antiva has no army. It has the crows.
There's a reason Antivan coins have portraits of guild leaders, not royalty. We're patriots. Crows can't field a battalion, but we protect our nation our way.
How can I help?
Helping the crows helps everyone in the long run. What's the first step to your message?
We have a scout named Dareth. He said he was onto something the Butcher was hiding.
He was in the Drown district, so that's a place to start. Find our crow and help with his contract.
Find your crow, then what?
We break this occupation. We craft the message one step at a time.
And when we finally assassinate the person who leashed Treviso, that death will tell everyone. The crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free.
Here's the message.
I've noted the location of Dareth and his cousin, Jacobus, in the Drown district. They're always together. Jacobus may not trust you at first, because you're Qunari.
The occupation makes it difficult to appreciate the difference between regular Qunari and the Antaam.
Might put a downer on the talks, but there you go. We're going to help out the crows, but that's where we're going to end it. Next time, we'll find Dareth in the Drowned District. Yeah, hope you all enjoyed this part of Dragon Age of the Veilguard. We finally got Lucanis on the team, and we had interesting conversation, and we learned more about Bellara, which is really cool. But yeah, don't forget to hit that like button. Leave any comments on if there's anything I may have missed, or like any little like cool tidbits that like I'm missing, like lore-wise with stuff that's going on, because I always love hearing about that stuff. But yeah, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. Helps the channel a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.